Hello and welcome to Rust, Chronicles of the Bandit King Part 21, Lucky Finds. These next two videos are in reverse order for the time I've taken them, and I've done that for a very specific reason. It's because the first one was taken very late at night, and my wife was asleep, so I had the microphone muted. And I wasn't in a chat with anyone at the same time, so I've put that one first so I can do a voiceover for it. And I found these raids just by sheer chance. Normally I go out scouting, find a target, equip myself to destroy that target, and then come back and do it, and then record the entire thing, and then just edit out what I don't want. With this one, I just literally happened to be in the right place at the right time. I found a base that at first glance looked like it was built on the side of a rock, and then it took me a couple of seconds, because like I said, this was done very late at night. It took me a couple of seconds to work out that this actually was a entry point to a cave base. And I had a little bit of a look around, and I decided to go check the upper level entry point into the cave, because of course you have the main entry point and then you have the upper level. And by the looks of how this base was designed, I did have my suspicions that perhaps I would find it fairly easy to get in through that way rather than knocking down the wooden door. Not to say the wooden door would be a challenge. I mean, I could just go get some incendiary rounds or an incendiary rocket and burn it, but I decided to do it this way instead, and I did get very, very lucky here. As you can see, I'm now just gonna have a little peek in this hole, and lo and behold, we have twig, and right down there on the bottom left you can see the entrance to what you can assume to be the loot room. And I think I'm about to just zoom in on it with my crosshair. Am I? No, I'm going to open that for apparently no reason. Don't know why I left that in. Oh, yeah, there we go. And you can see the door handle is on the right-hand side. Now, just to clear a few things up, because people have been messaging me asking me this, if the door handle is on the right-hand side of the door, that is the weak side of the door. And you can destroy the door with melee strikes. Okay, there is no other way I can literally describe that to you. The door handle isn't always on the left, regardless of what side you open or close the door, or always on the right, because that's not how a fucking door handle works. It's on the left-hand side on one side of the door, and on the right-hand side of the other. And just so happens in Rust, one side is weak, and one side is damage resistant to that damage type, you know, whether it's armoured, so it's all damage resistance, or metal, so it's resistance to fire, or stone, so it's just resistant to melee. No, that's for walls. But you get the general idea. Okay? So, I've decided to take advantage of being at this end of the map by myself, and I go off and I kill a few creatures, you know, do my thing, and I go get some bone fragments so I can hack up this door. Now, I do have a little bit of a look, and I can see here that obviously if I jump on top of the furnace and the wood, I can get back in. So I wasn't too bothered, and also I did notice that there was actually no tool cupboard laid down anywhere nearby, because if there had have been, obviously that would have popped up in the corner, and I would have probably thought twice about going in through that section there, because obviously if you get stuck, you're fucked. Whereas if there is no tool cupboard, like there wasn't in this build, even if I can't jump out, I can build my way out. So I wasn't too worried. And here you can see a obvious airlock system inside a 2x2, or on the exterior of a 2x2. And I'm going to just basically abuse the fact that the door handle is on the right-hand side of the door, and see what I find. So, by the miracle of modern editing, and about the 5th audio take for this section of the raid, I have managed to whittle it down so there isn't too much to watch, and Because, you know, no one really wants to sit there and watch me hammer down a door for 5 minutes. I mean, that's boring. And yes, I know, before anyone decides to point it out in the comments section below, I am aware I am using a stone hatchet, not a bone club. I'm not that much of a retard. I just simply had it as a free item in my inventory. Also, for those of you who are not aware, you know, that metal hammer is actually more effective at dealing damage to these doors than the bone club. The obvious downside is that they cost slightly more to make, and they don't really last much longer than a bone club. But if you find them, they're actually not too bad. So that's why I left that in. Just a nice little tip there for you if you are on a melee raid. Now, I decided that I had a metal hatchet and I knew that this door was on backwards, so I thought I'd just take a little look in and see. And again, by the miracle of editing techniques, whoa, one hit and I've taken out the door. No, just joking. Not hacks, but editing. Anyway, there you go. A Nazi cave base. Wasn't it worth it? Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't, I don't know. I'm not the viewer. I just work here. I say work, it's a loose term. Anyway, that's by the by. I run out of bone fragments, so I decided to head back to base and pick up the 2,000 I had spare. Or 1,000, or whatever. And just outside this guy's Nazi cave base, I find an airdrop. And it contains a nice little stack of loot for me. And, you know, that was just lucky. I mean, this whole video, I just got lucky from start to finish, and I couldn't even write it. Oh, it must be scripted. That's right. Yeah, I've been accused of that a couple of times, scripting my material. Eat a dick if you think it's scripted. Really? How the fuck do you script Rust? In fact, in my next video, you're going to see what happens when Rust is so not scripted, a live raid becomes quickly an offline raid. So anyway, back to why I went back to the base. I picked up some landmines and some hand grenades, and landmines are good because if you, in the instance of this base, there's no tool cupboard to block you, you can actually use them as a very sort of minor type of breach charge against the metal door. And also the explosion permeates through the door, so that's, you know, that's also quite useful to know. If you decide to put them down outside your tool cupboard, I would really not recommend it, because someone like me will come along and will shoot it. And if you don't believe me, I did do a noob's guide video showing how explosions permeate objects. However, that is mainly outdated now. So I managed to break down this door, and, you know, I was pretty impressed. The guy has the right idea, and he's a Nazi called Stalin. So normally I would absolutely shit all over someone who puts up the swastika for shits and giggles, or a hammer and sickle, because I personally think the communist regime was as bad as the Nazi regime. They killed many, many people for no reason at all. So I just took the assumption that this person was either trolling history or he was slightly ignorant of history. And I believe he is also a recent subscriber to my channel. That's fine. But let me just put it this way. If I catch you again with swastika up and your name is still Stalin, it's not going to be pretty, mate. It's really not. And as you can see, I left you a twat tax note letting you know that your door was on backwards. Okay, so I am aware that not everyone knows that if the door handle is on the other side, or what side the door handle is on, that is the weak side. So I only took what I needed. Normally, like I say, a Nazi would get trolled, but because this is apparently some sort of random communazi, or Nihumist, that's a blend of both words in both directions. I think communazi sounds better. But, yes, I took a little bit of pity on you. and I decided to leave you with the tools in which you could survive and carry on building your base elsewhere. But as I said, don't let me catch you with the name Stalin in your base again, and definitely don't let me catch you with the swastika, because I love Nazi hunting. It's like my favourite pastime. When I find a Nazi, it's like, I've won the lottery, whatever that feels like. I'm just guessing it feels really good. I'm guessing it feels like you've just found a Nazi and you're about to lynch them. But there you go. That was this raid. All that you're going to see now is me just shuffling around loot. And I'm going to take this time to explain a couple of things to you that you kind of need to hear. The issue I would like to address is this. If any of you feel like you want to add me on Steam, go ahead. I don't mind. I will accept. But do not assume that A, I'm going to have time to respond to all of your messages all of the time, and B, that doesn't mean if you join the server you are exempt from being raided. Just because you added me on Steam doesn't mean I'm just going to not raid you. Okay, there are a number of players who play on this server who I am specifically not teamed with, who I still have on my friends list because, you know, it's Rust. It's just a game we play on the server, whether we play against or with each other. Don't come on the server and start asking me to give you stuff. Okay? I'm just not going to do it. I'm the Bandit King. I steal. I don't give. If you haven't worked this one out by now, then I just... What? How have you not? Just seriously, can't brain over this. But in all seriousness, you know, I've got no problem with you messaging me on Steam. Just don't do it constantly. If I don't reply, assume I'm not at the keyboard. Assume I'm busy editing. I know while I've done this video alone, I've had 5 or 6 messages from 3 or 4 different people. I'm just ignoring them, okay? Because I'm busy. That goes for the same while I'm in a raid. Now, I know I can turn off the notification noise, but I have my real life friends on Steam as well. So I don't want to punish them because of you guys. That's not fair on them. I've known them a long while, and they are my friends. So I hope you guys understand this. I hope you guys respect this, that, you know, you can add me, just don't keep asking me for stuff. And especially don't ask me to introduce you to Dr. Loinstein, because I will literally start telling you to go fuck yourself. Alright? With a crystal ball. Now, this guy. Oh, this guy. Oh, how I love this guy. Yeah, he thought this was a really unfair, unprovoked attack. He was doing a chop, 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 followed by me doing a pop, pop, pop. Now, I'm coming back from that raid you've just seen me do. And, yeah, I wasn't going to take the risk. I wasn't going to risk it for a biscuit, mate. Sorry. That's why I shot first. Most of the time I won't. Most of the time I'll, you know... The only time I will kill on sight is if I'm going to a raid with explosives or coming back from a raid with loot. But that's enough ranting, talking and raving. You're now going to get into the live section of this video. Ah, Chicken8 is here as well. This must be...
I was going to say, I think Chicken's here.
This must be the same one. If he says he can ladder in. Oh. Right. Oh, I should have placed that a bit closer. Oh, never mind.
Is this not it? Is it not the same one?
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. Well, I'm inside. Kind of fucked it up, though. There's a ladder hatch. Bugger.
Ooh, Sulfur, are you filming?
I will be when you let me get past. Nice. Reasonable. Oh, Some high quality metal. Ooh, charcoal. High quality metal.
Ooh, 70 high quality, nice. There's a scrub here! There's a scrub!
Quick, throw a bean can at him, make him panic.
Wee little scrub over here! Oi, scrub!
Just gonna take out this wall.
Dude, they got so much charcoal in here!
Yeah, I know. I'm on the top floor.
Do you want the charcoal and you should take all of this because you should definitely take all of this.
Got guns, got food.
No, it's not delusions.
Fuel, food.
No, it's not. It's not crazy and delusions. It's Mr. Cheese Man.
Do you want some really good news?
I'm not gonna shoot. What are you doing? I'm not gonna shoot.
Do you want some really good news? I mean, like some proper good news.
What?
Go back to the ladders and come up to the roof.
Ladders? Okay. Okay.
First of all, I found 2 Thompsons and an AK.
And an AK.
And then I just
What?
then I shot out a random floor tile.
Pirate? Who the fuck is this guy? It's some random guy. He had an explosive on him too.
Yeah, well, check out the door behind you.
Oh, bone clubbable. Nice.
So guess what we're now going to do?
What do you think that is? Do you think that's anything?
What I think that is raid.
His tool cabinet, probably. Yeah, that's gotta be his tool cabinet, man. That's like, it's like surrounding by itself.
Well, not necessarily, because if you come up here, the 2 chests.
You think it's a loot room as well?
Yeah, I think it is a loot room.
Okay.
Ooh! Oh no, come back! Come back! Come back, come back! I need you.
Hold on, I'm telling him about.
That's gotta be a loot room. It's gotta be.
So I'm up here. What do you need me for up here?
Just wait 1 second. Literally just 1 second. Sorry to be a jerk like that. I just jumped
No,
down
you're
'cause
fine.
talking, so I thought I'd just take this opportunity to nick the high quality and the sulfur. But get up to the get up to those 2
I'm taking
boxes.
the explosive and the wood.
Get up to the 2 boxes near the thingy.
Top? Oh, you can boost onto it, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, come here, dude. Come here, man. There's no stuff in there. I think it's just a building cabinet.
Yeah, I know, but the door I wanted to break to was underneath it. Oh, fuck me, I suck at jumping on top of people. Right. Yeah, so the door I wanted to break into.
Are you stuck in there?
Oh wait, no, it doesn't lead anywhere. Oh, that's clever.
Are you stuck in there?
No. Come and have a look and see. Come and have a look at this design. Come to where I
I
am.
can't get up there, dude.
No, I'm not.
I,
Up there.
oh. Oh, okay.
Have a look down here. That door I wanted to break into.
What? The fake door?
Mm-hmm. But look,
It's like a fake door
he surrounded it.
He
One
surrounded
square.
it.
with water.
Square.
Yeah.
Clever.
Clever.
Wow, something I never realized before that's actually kind of smart. If you build like, okay, say over here, you build one foundation connecting this metal box to the other rest of it, and then you make it twig, but then you destroy it afterwards, and that's how you make the perfect circle around it.
Yep.
Because it's that perfect distance outward. I never realized that until now.
Did you swipe the explosives?
Yeah, I took the explosive. This charcoal, you should take this charcoal if you don't, unless you don't want it.
I do, but I got nowhere of storing it at the minute.
Here, I'll keep it. I'll hold on to it for you.
Well, I actually value food over ammunition at the minute because there's no creatures my end of the island. Well, thank you for your assistance. Okay, gentle beings, thank you very much for watching this video up to this point, if you have indeed done so, and my apologies for doing a massive voiceover for the first raid. I just, I just wanted to say a couple of things about Rust in general and people adding me. Just please don't ask for stuff, but thank you very much for your support and enthusiasm.